So welcome everybody again. So we'll be streaming the B-Sides tournament tonight. This is the local recording. How we've been doing things is instead of doing a stream, because it was taking so freaking long to get everything done with all the other games that were running, is we were doing a local recording of everything as well. And because we're doing a local recording, I want to kind of premiere it and show it to everybody while we're doing the whole thing. So I might as well add my kind of crappy commentary on top of it. I'm terrible at commentary, but we'll do what we can on here just to kind of showcase it. We can talk with chat, go through a few things. I'll show the brackets at the same time too. We can get that whole experience going, even though it's not live. And then I'll upload the whole video to YouTube. That's kind of what we're going to be doing with most of our SoCal Guilty Gear tournaments from now on. That way we can just finish on a timely manner instead of like a 2 minute. It's helping us a lot more people are able to show up to these. So cool. So let me go ahead and get some of this started here. All right. So first off, what we got here is the partially completed bracket. At the time that we started after the tournament, the power had gone out on the strip, so we actually lost a lot of corrupted data. Fortunately, we got everything that's top 8, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So over here, you'll see all of the brackets so far that we're going to get started with tonight. A little bit down. Mike Z gets DQ'd because he's been working late over at Lab Zero. So, so we missed one game, and he didn't miss much, trust me. Of top 8, it was me versus Wing Zero. I got my ass kicked completely, which is typical for me versus Wing Zero. So we're going to watch the rest of these. We're going to start with Windyman and Numakie. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. There we go. So you can see it now. So, like I was saying with Overhead Kiss, it's a command grab, but it runs towards the opponent. And you can kind of tell if it's an Overhead Kiss based off of the amount of steps she does when she's running. A normal run animation does a couple of quick steps first and then does a more even pattern. The Overhead Kiss just does a regular pattern. But also you can cancel like normal moves into Overhead Kiss because it's a special. So if you see a normal that's canceled into a run, it's obviously Overhead Kiss and you need to jump that. So Numakie, again, he's the one in orange. So you can kind of tell who's playing whom. Windyman has been showing up a lot more at my local stuff. He's a CVS2 player. And he's good at CVS2, and he's been getting a lot better at Guilty Gear. I'm having a hard time getting used to CVS2. But you'll see him around here. He also does a lot of Tetris streams, for like Tetris 99. He's got a really good record in that too, like 45% or something like that. It's crazy. Numakie is well known for his. He's another streamer. He streams Melty Blood, Aquapaza, a couple other things like that. You'll see him at Evo. He's going to be one of the main streamers at Evo, Anime Evo. Numakie does have more experience playing Mei. You're going to see that more with the force breaks and FRCs and kind of crossover tech that's Mei's really strong at. It can be really hard to guess what direction to block against a good Mei or doing the Dolphin. That can cross you up. Windyman does like to use 3K a lot. It's kind of some hell of his. But also 3K is a very strong move. And if it's force break, then that pushes back pretty far. So, I mean, not force break. If it's faultless defended, pushes back kind of far. So it's kind of safe at a distance, but it's not completely safe. Even on block, it's still really low to the ground. So there's not much that can follow up with it. You have to kind of test to know what to beat 3K with. In Mei's 5D, her dust move, it can be held to go low instead of high. So it's a really tough break to find out if you're blocking low or high against her dust. Usually you don't want to have to deal with that. Numakie's a very strong Melty Blood player. He plays Hisui. Probably in SoCal, not surpassed by many players other than like KFL. do have one win here for Numakie. Let me update the score here. There you go. Like I said, 3K a lot. Like I said too, a normal that's canceled into overhead kiss is going to be, or into a run is an obvious overhead kick. One thing you'll see Windyman do a lot of is he'll do his overhead kiss and follow it up with the super, because the combo to follow up after overhead kiss is actually really difficult to learn and do. Requires a fair amount of charge partitioning with dolphins and stuff like that. In Guilty Gear, because Mei is one of the few charge characters in Guilty Gear. Mei and Venom are considered the two main charge characters, though you'll see a couple charge moves from a couple other characters like Potemkin and Axel too. Mei, the charge amount of frames you have to do in Guilty Gear are much smaller than you would do in say, for example, Street Fighter. It's about half the length. It varies per move. But you're not holding it for like a full second like you often are. Right? Some of these are like 20 or 30 frames. All right, and Numakie takes the win there. While it's going off, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket here.
Please select your character.
There we go, can see it better. So, Windyman loses, we'll take Numakie 2-0 at this one. And let's see where we're going from here. What we're looking at right now is going to be Fifi versus Dyne. Fifi's a pretty strong player. I can edit this for YouTube, yeah. So those of you on YouTube are going to be very confused about why I'm talking about other things. But yeah, we'll edit this. I did it correctly during the Combo Breaker one, where I went over the Combo Breaker top 8, but I thought I just recorded these in order so that the serial numbers of the matches were in, you know, time code order. So it was weird that they showed up like this, but we'll still deal with it. They're gonna look at this chat on the side and be really confused. Anyway, Dyne's really got Fifi in lockdown here. Got a mini pot. Looks like I already hit once. He's got to have 2 more hits out of the mini pot there. Oh man. I wanted to hit before the Dizzy got hit with the mini pot there. I can't just edit the chat. It doesn't work quite like that. That's okay though. People will understand, because they're going to hear me talking about it being out of order for this one. So, sorry YouTube. Oh man, nice use of that. You guys still got hit by the missile, but it's able to door him right into the poison. That was smart. That's what you have to deal with Faust, knowing how to be smart off of your own items. That was a bomb. But you know, if your opponent's really good at being smart against or by beating you with their own items too, that's a very good technique. Not a very easy thing to deal with. Ooh, into the bomb. Oh, didn't quite time it just right. I'm not seeing Fifi doing any delayed wake-ups with Robo-Ky. That's one of Robo-Ky's really big strengths. Delayed wake-up. There we go. Just speak of the devil. Right in the air. Good throw. Like I said before earlier, Dyne really likes to go for those throws. Throws are a very big strength for Dyne. Good meteors. Always got to watch what items are coming out from the Faust. Wake up super. You know, Robo-Ky is 50% meter, and you're up in his face. You gotta expect that wake up super. Because the thing with that wake up super too is if you if it just flat out whiffs and doesn't hit you, it's not going to use the meter. You'll still get hit. Follow up, but you can Roman cancel after it if they block it up high or something. Whip, of course. Ooh, thought he was going for a throw trap there, but he was able to do not quite the combo. Oh, I thought he was going to get hit from the bomb there. Dyne able to not get hit by that bomb. Now that is something you can do if you time it right and you see Faust doing that super and he flat out whiffs, like he jumps over you. You can go in instant kill mode and kill him, depending on your instant kill. With Bike and I can, because mine runs forward. So that's something to keep in mind too if you're one of those like looking for. Good Roman cancel, but he didn't have any meter to block in the air. That killed him. All right, so we got 2 for Dyne. Let me go ahead and update the bracket here. So I know I'm doing the if you're watching the stream, this is kind of out of order. So I went ahead and I'm trying to avoid spoilers here. So actually, I've got the correct brackets that have not been updated. So let's go to. Here we go. You're gonna see. We got Dyne and Fifi. Dyne 1, 2, 0. All right. Who have we got up? Is this gonna be Bangin' Mech? Let's find out. So I'd like to take this time to remind people that we will be running Guilty Gear Plus R at EVO. Last year was one of our strongest showings ever for the game. We had 67 entrants, a massive amount of players, some really, really high level players. 3 Japanese people came over. It was just an absolute blast. Blew me away when we were playing that game. I had so much fun with it. It will be at EVO. Smash GG should be up soon. Zappa's a very strong character. I feel like he probably has some really good tools against Justice. We'll see how well he does in this fight in particular. Yeah, it's Mech on 1 on chat right here. Bang has been getting stronger and stronger with Zappa more and more. He beat me in tournament recently over at the Salty 2 days ago. Zappa's just annoying to deal with. Not as annoying as Justice though. So. Kinda neat that those bombs eat those ghosts away, and yet the bomb still stays out. At Justice height, stuff like that rough, it looked like. Kept going for those. Zappa's backdash is one of the few backdashes that does not punish him much, if at all, for doing a backdash. A lot of these characters who backdash too much are going to get a negative penalty, and your retention pulse is just going to shred away. But you'll see Zappa do backdash really fast. And mess him up a lot. Justice has a strong backdash too. It's a lot slower, but it has a ton of invul frames. And Justice's forward dash is one of the worst in the game. Good combo. That banana peel. Looked like he could have gone for more. That would have been pretty sick. I wonder how good Rao is against Justice. Not sure if we'll see. I haven't really seen Zappa get much sword this whole fight. He's been getting a lot of ghosts. There's sword. Now, sword you gotta be careful with, because sword can hit high. So you gotta watch how you block those. High sword is pretty much whenever Zappa's jumping in the air. Didn't get much of a look at Rao at that point. Yeah, Justice forward dash is one of the worst forward dashes. Tied for like potential forward dash. The 1 point here goes to Bang. Those ghosts set up. The hammer fall is not a forward dash. Yeah, Superior Trance is a terrible, terrible forward dash. Got that sword positioned exactly where he wants him. What is Justice gonna do against that? Just burst. His backdash is in. Man, Zappa's tension pulse is still strong. A throw there at the end. Now back in Accent Core, that strong dog bite was unblockable. It did lead for certain unblockable setups. Even though Zappa does not have that unblockable setup anymore because that's no longer unblockable. He does have an unblockable setup with Dog, and he has an infinite with Dog. Zappa is one of the strongest characters, pretty universally considered very high A tier or S tier character. Top 3, almost every list. And if you've got a ghost on you and you're Justice, you're locked down because you can't even forward dash to go underneath those plants or anything. Be very careful. So this can be it for Mech. Ooh, took the trade, but yeah, there we go. It's gonna be Bang right there. Let's go ahead and update the brackets here. That was 2-0 for Bang. Next match, who's it gonna be? Probably Fifi versus Numakie. Let's find out. Don't forget, guys. If you're watching on Twitch, I do upload these onto YouTube, so you can follow my YouTube channel at Classic Fighting Gamer. I also have an archive channel, Classic Fighting or CFG Archives. Links for that should be in the description if you're looking at this on YouTube. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can also follow my Twitch. Twitch is actually below in chat. You can see it down there. This is going to be CFG versus Bang.
Please select your character.
Let's change the song. That's one thing you're going to see a lot with these local recordings. They don't change the song much because they can't hear the song. It's like in a big open venue. Alright, so two S-tier characters. Let's see how well they do it against each other. Ooh. That was a little slow on, or a little fast, I guess, for guessing for the burst. I think Bang knew that I was going for something like that, so he bursted slow. I still waited a lot for it, but I was just too out of range. You gotta be careful, because that summon that Zappa does is invulnerable on startup. It is something he's gonna like to do a lot. He can combo after it a lot of times. And we'll tech out. Ooh. Ooh, trying to clutch this out. Oh my god. Oh, man. That was a strong 6H call, though. It was close. Air throw. I love seeing air throws in this game. They're so strong. There we go. First hit. I must have missed the 6H there. Yeah, this game's timing's pretty strict. If you do it frame too early, the move's not going to come out. That's oftentimes what you see when I don't follow up. I just press 6H a little too. Good full combo off that. Why I did that? Must have been a really delayed Tiger Knee. Ooh. That Roman cancel has been me really scared I was going to get hit. Here we go. 1 point here for Bang.
Please select your character.
Of course, it doesn't change the song. Damn it. Got sword. You gotta be really careful with sword. You can't just Terminator run through it, because if he does a low attack, it's gonna still hit you. See, if that were a counter hit to Tommy Matt, that 6H would have worked. I must have thought it was a counter hit, but it wasn't. There you go, that's a counter hit. It's time to FRC. That jump air throw is a really smart move. Close, good one. That's a risky move because that 5D or jump D follow-up doesn't always work on Zappa. You have to be a lot closer to the ground than I normally have to be. Slightly messed that up, but he still doesn't peck through it, so I'm able to work through that. Got some good damage off that combo at least. See, that's... I knew that burst wasn't going to hit anything, but it stopped the combo because I knew he was going to be in the middle of something else. I've been doing that a lot more, like bursts that don't knock them back at all, but I can still use, you know, like are useful. I must have missed the FRC at that point, or I didn't get the follow-up, but that's okay. Got a win here for CFG. Like, you know, you're getting hit with a projectile that's going to combo into something else, and doing a burst that would normally seem like it's a big fat whiff, but still they can't do anything to follow up after that. I've just been kind of recognizing those positions a lot more, and they're almost more safe if you do them right, so. Good burst. I would have gone for a lot more damage at the end there. And a mix up, so that was a really good burst. Ooh, good throw tech. Match point here for CFG. Artifact lag there a bit. Oh, good combo. I would have gone for a second round too. See right there, you got a low on my Terminator run. I cannot just go through those swords. And there's nothing really to hit with a counter, so I can't just like Sakura to get rid of the sword against them. Close enough. The sword actually doesn't seem like it, but is actually a really good option to like him. Probably gonna force break to Tommy at this point. Ooh, just slightly out of range. Still ends up taking the win though. Good job, CFG. For a gentleman scholar.
Please select your character.
Take a look at the brackets here. See how we're doing. CFG takes that one against Bang. It was 2-1. Next one, this is probably going to be Fifi and Numakie, so let's see how this one goes. Thank you for changing the song. Jesus Christ. Yet you picked Simple Life. You bastard. Alright. Here we go. Numakie, like I said, strong player before. Like I said before, strong player. He, going up against Fifi here. The resident Robo-Ky. We got a couple Robo-Kys in SoCal. We got him, we got Akito. Nice knee missile there. Doing a ton of damage against Mech. Good knee missile. Man, he's really calling these points out. That's going to be a kill. Oh, I bet he was going for command grab. But Mech ended up throwing him before he did that. Robo-Ky in the corner. Oh, but he manages to do a throw, knock him back in the corner, keeps that mat down while he's applying pressure. Now got 50% meter. Heat's going up a bit here. Full meter. What he was thinking about with that chopper force break. Good FRC on the Dolphin there, but Numakie doesn't follow up. Good job trying to dodge those missiles. Oh, man, he keeps getting hit with those knee missiles. They are tough to deal with. Don't think that was an intentional call out, but hey, it works. Got a point here for Fifi. Numakie's starting the match with a 3K. He's going a strong call out with those throws, keeping the mat down while he's applying combo pressure. Very point move. What you want to do is Robo-Ky is able to block that cross up. One thing that May's really damn good with is doing those cross ups. Very tough to learn how to beat May's cross ups, especially when you get to like the dolphin moves. Those are hard to deal with. Ooh. Goes straight into the final hit there for more damage. And just he's on wake up. Robo-Ky special. One final hit here and May's dead. Robo-Ky wins. There we go. With the DP. Feeling the deal.
You win. Please select your character.
That means we're going to have Fifi with 2, Numakie with 0. We're going to start top 4 in just a moment here, guys. If you are watching the Twitch, you've already seen top 4 except for grand finals. These were kind of out of order, but we're going to go to grand finals now. For those of you who are on Twitch, YouTube, you'll see them kind of out of order from Twitch. Correct order for the matches. We'll see you guys soon. This is how we left off. We'll find out how things go when we find out who's going to win this bracket. We're going to be having Dyne on the left. Dyne on the left, and we've got Wing Zero on the right. Zero now goes by Reis. I don't know. He's told me a million times, and I feel like he's insulting him by now. Sorry, man. That TK and Senga, man, that is a hard move to block. One thing Dyne really likes to do in this game is he likes to go for throws. So it's definitely something you want to look at. Throws in this game are 1 frame, and they are 1 frame to tech. So they occur on frame 0, and also you have the next frame to tech. Very difficult to deal with throws. So far, looks like Reis is 3 out of 3 for blocking those 6H overheads. There's a joke in the Guilty Gear community that Faust's 6H forward heavy slash, oh there we go, is unblockable because it's one of the slowest overheads in the game. It's like 26 frames, but it's so slow that you think you've already blocked it and you already start trying to block low or something like that. It does a ton of damage. You follow up with it in certain cases. Just particularly nasty. So Wing Zero gets the first win on this one. We'll update the score here. Good block on that gold burst. Those are meteors. Oh, another 6H there. Can't count Dyne out. Dyne is a really good player. He's a very high level Vampire Savior player. He's in top 8 almost every tournament he enters for all the majors for Vampire Savior. Wing Zero, or Reis here, he is a very high level Skullgirls player. And he also makes top 8 in every Skullgirls tournament he enters, for the most part. All the majors. We got some high-level players here playing. Faust is actually a pretty good matchup for Johnny. In Guilty Gear, what's a good counter pick for a... Ooh, that's, he got the egg roll there, or whatever that's called. It's going to up his tension pulse. In Guilty Gear, it's kind of a general rule where a character with good range is really good, but a character with slightly better range is even better. So a character like Johnny has some pretty good range attacks, so it's hard for you to get in. Johnny's not that great of a character necessarily on the tier list, but if you want to beat Johnny, you pick a character with even longer reach. That would be Faust. Another round here goes to Reis. Tension pulse, like I mentioned earlier in this game, is how fast your meter is gained. So you'll see that the bar itself is flashing. That's not just some regular decoration. The faster it's flashing, the faster you'll actually gain meter when you're doing things. If you start backdashing a lot, or being a lot more defensive, or start using your meter a lot, it'll start flashing slower. And when it's flashing slower, you're obviously gaining meter a lot less. It is possible with an item that Faust has to go to 120% tension pulse. That will wrap it up. And Reis takes number 2. We had some good challenges on them. They're both trading, but they're both getting counter hits and not really continuing much off of that. Do some good damage right here. End with characteristic Dyne throw. Good Roman cancel, but does 6H again. Punished for it. Dash-ins into throws hit me all the time. They're rough. Very hard to deal with. Good block on that burst. What can I say? Flashy Johnny combo going up. Dyne doing the flutter on his drop there. Ooh, good combo into meters. He was able to continue it the whole time. Yeah, death right there. Too close to do the super. He forgot about the force break there. So let's go ahead and update the brackets here.
Please select your character.
So that was 3-0 for Reis. Winner of this is going to have to fight Dyne in losers finals.
Heaven or hell? Duel. Let's rock.
So as Biken, I guess the way I play, a lot of times I try and challenge buttons. Like I actually go in training mode and try a whole bunch of buttons against a bunch of other different buttons, see what works and what doesn't. And I really don't like fighting Robo-Ky because so many of my buttons just lose to his. But a big part of it is just Robo-Ky's buttons have so much invincibility. Like you look at his knee missile, you look at his elbow cannon shot, you look at that horsey, you look at his dash forward. That plus he's got like the command grab and the 5K. Good throw tech there. like all of that combined, and that one right there, just all of it just pisses me off as far as like move challenging goes. Not to even, you know, consider the Dragon Punch super that he's got. So I take the first round here. Being very cautious against Robo-Ky. One of my most hated moves in this game is Robo-Ky's 5K. It's throw and ball. It hits low, even though you're not pressing low to do it. And it cancels into itself. It's just so frustrating. That was good. It looks like I saw that there was a missile coming through too, so I knew to go for a throw. So Robo-Ky's mat is what helps charge his super meter. And that mat goes off even when you're doing something like, for example, throwing him as Biken. So I throw him, and he's still above the mat while he's in the throwing animation. So the whole time he's in the throwing animation, he ends up getting 4 meter. Ah, the delayed arm. Elbow cannon. Good. Oh man. Oh, I saw that there was a missile coming through. That was good. I can't do as many of the combos that you usually see me do against most characters against Robo-Ky because of his height or his weight. One thing I learned was when you see Robo-Ky do all of those missiles, you can kind of avoid all of them with there we go, perfect. You can avoid them by jumping really high and then jumping really low, because he likes to do multiple missiles. Like, he'll do high missiles, and he'll do missiles lower in the ground. You can just jump up in the air, they'll follow you up. You fall back down in the air, they'll follow you down, and then you avoid all of them that way. The first point here goes to CFG. This is 2 out of 3. Whoever gets 2 points first wins.
Heaven or hell? Duel. One. Let's rock.
There you go. Why isn't my chat showing up? There you go. Wow. I don't know why that didn't do it. Alright, guys. Reis. Okay, thanks a lot. Sorry about all that. I don't know why the chat wasn't going on. There you go, though. Yeah, so there I go with that FRC, but again, it's not going to combo his weights too much. I have the same problem as Johnny. Ooh, ooh, wow. Surprised I was able to convert off that. He didn't tech, though. What's going on? Look at that damage against Biken. Oh, people like talk about how, oh, Biken's so good at dealing damage, but man, the damage you do against Biken is just as bad. I mean, really, if you think about it, Biken's the worst tier in the game, so you know, she's like C tier. I have a hard time. Look at all that follows defending we're both doing. I just didn't want to get hit. You know, me jumping in the air is kind of asking for it. So if I'm jumping in the air and I'm not attacking, I'm just going to kind of wait it out. There's me doing Yoshijin. Yoshijin's a very hard move to know how to use. And if you don't use Yoshijin right, you'll get punished and you can't do much off of it. So you really have to know how to use it before you start using it effectively. That's why you don't really see too many people doing it. You like watch Japanese play or something, it's not a great move, But, you know, I like to use all the moves in her toolbox because they exist, so why not use all of them? There, didn't quite get it, but there was me jumping up above one and then below one. Oh! Very ouch. Next point goes to Fifi.
Heaven or hell? Duel. Let's rock.
C, yeah, C tier is above S tier. Ooh, good Roman cancel by him. Used up a lot of his meter though. Oh yeah, I forgot. 18 messages. Holy cow, what the hell happened? Jesus. I'm gonna fix Nightbot here in a second. What'd you do? Spam caps? And deleted all of your messages? What the hell, Nightbot? Man, let me fix this. Hold on. This is stupid. I don't care if you spam caps in my chat. I just wanted Nightbot so you could do like exclamation point Discord and exclamation point YouTube, and that was it. See? There you go. I appreciate it. And if you do the YouTube one, it does that too. You know what? I need to make one for Streamlabs because I actually do take donations on this. I know I don't really talk about it much, but you know, I'm set for bits and for regular donations and stuff like that. If you're looking for my Streamlabs link that's down in the section at the bottom, you'll see a little Johnny flipping a coin. Where were we? I'm about to lose here. It looks like. Oh, there's a Yoshijin. It wasn't a counter hit though, so I couldn't really do much off of it. What am I gonna do? Wake up super? That'd be me. I'd probably wake up super. Oh, I hit him with it. What happened? Why is this stopping? No. My super's so good, it's breaking the game. There it goes. Ah, what's going on? Wow, thanks a lot, man. It's the Avermedia. There. Now you don't need to see why I won. Oh, the stream cut out and now I won. How did that happen? You know, TO privilege right there. It just worked. I don't know what it is. I think it was like for the power. I think ooh, it was almost close to the combo I was going for. He could have teched out of it still. I think what happened was it's this weird like energy saving plug strip that I got, and it was like the only one I had, and I needed a plug strip. Good respect there. I definitely respect that respect button. I see you going for that Dragon Punch super. Oh man, Fifi. What are we gonna do with you? Alright. Let's put this on you. There. So while that's going off, yeah, I know, right? I was like, oh, he's probably going to Dragon Punch super because, you know, he's got all his meter. So I'm just going to run up and Faultless Defense. And he Dragon Punches. It's like, oh, and he didn't even Roman cancel. So while this is going off, give me a second because I don't want this to happen again. This was Nightbot. I want to fix Nightbot here. So give me one moment here. You can see that CFG won. That was 2-1. Now we're going to be going to Dyne versus CFG. See how that goes. That looks much better. So you can see all this here. Let's put in their score by CFG. He worked hard for that win by FDing his Fifi's super that he's going to do on Wake Up. Oh, you know, that CFG, he's a cool guy. Handsome, smart, intelligent. Not like Sand at all. Yes, yes, go crazy. A hall for infinite losers. So while we're waiting for the next thing to queue up, might as well go over some of my emotes here. Got the classic bike and face palm, classic yes, and classic robo laugh all here. Become a subscriber, you get the bike and face palm. If you're stupid enough to get the second tier subscription, I don't know why the hell you'd do that, but if you did, you'd get the yes. And if you're really stupid and get the third tier subscription, it's like $25. Who the hell would do that? That's so dumb. Just for like one emote, the Robo-Ky laugh. But if you do, you get that. So there you go. I'm not a good salesman, I don't think. Who we have here? We've got Potemkin. That sounds like me. Give me CFG, and this is gonna be Dyne. You can't see it because we're doing a button check here, but let me go ahead and switch this back over. If you are dumb enough to get like a tier 2 or tier 3 subscription, tell me what freaking emote you want, because you've earned it. I'll get that for you, because I'm the only one who can use those emotes. But there you go. So we got Dyne here as number 1. Nobody scored yet. Let me update these scores. Okay. So Dyne and I have had quite a bit of rivalry. I remember the very first time I started playing against Dyne in brackets, like when I first started going to the Salty. And first time I played against him, that's gonna be hurt. I can die so fast. C tier character. So he didn't really know how to fight against Biken. He just knew that Biken does stuff on Biken's block. And so you kind of want to bait things with Biken. So he would constantly go over to me and run and throw. And for those of you who know me and know my playstyle, I love it when people go and run up and throw me, because then I throw them. So that one game, that one tournament game that we did, we teched 10 throws through the whole freaking thing. And so now we always kind of have like a throwing rivalry. So like there's a clip out there of me at Salty where Dyne does like 4 throws in a row. Not because like I'm falling for it, but because he knows that I'm gonna try and throw tech it instead of do the good option, just because it's a challenge for me and I'm up for the challenge. So then the very next night, like at my casuals, he's over there at the casuals, or very next week I should say, he's at the casuals, and we do the exact same scenario, and I throw tech all 4 of them. Oh, it was brilliant. I still lost the tournament though. Everybody can run. Oh, well, I was going to say everybody can run and throw, but then I looked, oh yeah, it's Mech. Never mind, you're Justice. So one thing I wanted to try out, because in this game you can do wave dashing for characters that have hop dashes. The characters like Johnny and characters like Cliff. You can do wave dashing by doing a faultless defense in the middle of you being in the air. I wanted to try out wave dashing with gold Potemkin, because Potemkin has hop dash. I'm curious if that works. Here we are at the match here. Good use of super. That's gonna kill me. That move does so much damage, it's ridiculous. There is a trick to beating a walk-up throw. There is a trick to beating that super. It's a nice backdash. I didn't do anything there. Alright, I'm going for the throw here because I know meteors are coming and I want to avoid the meteors. That's why I went for that throw there. So there's a trick for dealing with that Faust super. Because if you press a button before Faust presses a button, you're going to succeed every time. Like, all the time. Now, Faust can hold a button right after the super before it's even activated, and he'll get that button. And that's, you know, that's it. So, ooh. So if, for example, he does the super, and then he holds heavy before it even hits, he'll get heavy. But what you'll see a lot of Faust players do is they double tap, like a lot of us do. You know, if I'm doing a super, I might double tap just to make sure if I pressed it too early, I'll still get it on the second hit. And if you've double tapped on that super, you're going to get the second button, which is slash. So a lot of Faust players who aren't familiar with how you pick buttons, default is going to be slash. Or, sorry, default is going to be the other opponent wins. So you got to press a button. And if you press slash on accident, it's going to be slash. If you press slash as soon as you can, you could either beat him or he presses slash also. So if you fight kind of a newer Faust, you're going to be able to beat them with that slash time. And if people have heard me say this and they kind of know that that's how it works, then they might not use slash. So now you've got that whole like, oh, they're going to use one of these other 3 buttons besides slash. I'm not converting off any of this stuff. That would have been a kill. Here we go. That's a kill. Now 2-1.
Please select your character.
Faust has some of the strongest normals in the game. Very simple character, yet very strong fundamentals. Like, if you've got really good fundamentals, you're gonna be a very good Faust player. Ouch. That was painful. Oh, that thing didn't have me either. Good use of Terminator Run. You can jump H. I hate that move. He's gonna hide behind his mini Faust there. He was gonna go for a throw. Jump that. No! Good win there. So I'm a little biased. I'm rooting for CFG for this one. 5D on startup is also invincible. Has no hurt box. So it is something you'll see characters or players do on wake up on occasion if they're Faust. Oh, 5D. Oof. Oof. I didn't know what item he threw, so I had to get out of there in case it was a bomb or something. Or follow up after. That's it. Bad, so slow. Alright, looks like Dyne's gonna get run back against Reis.
Please select your character.
Wow. So it was 3-1 here. Grand finals coming up. We are now in grand finals. We have Reis or Reis. I am messing it up all the time tonight. Versus Dyne. So let's take a look at this. Grand finals here. This was for B-Sides at Super Arcade, happening on June 1st. our first tournament back after Combo Breaker. Dyne did not enter Plus R at Combo Breaker, mostly because he was focusing on Third Strike and Vampire Savior at the time, which, you know, good for him. He ended up getting top 8 in Vampire Savior. I think 9th place in Third Strike. Very, very good placements on those. Good throw tech on there on both parties. Slightly bad burst there. Those are meteors. Why? Oof. See, that's why Wing Zero wasn't doing anything, but he ended up getting hit with a low just the time the meteors came down. Damage is insane from that move. It's a hack and slash. Another point there by Dyne. Dyne take this out. We will find out here. For those of you kind of watching and haven't really seen much about what we do here, I would recommend joining the Discord. There's so much more to learn on the Discord channel. The link will be in the description at the bottom, but also I'm putting it in the chat here so you can take a look at it. I run the Discord, but also, you know, I can't do it without the help of everybody else working on the wiki and helping out with all these other characters and things like that. Please take a look at that, especially if you want to up your game and get the community. We're all a great bunch of people there. So Wing gets hit with the unblockable 6H, but ends up clutching it at the end there. 1 point here for Reis. Ooh, mini pot, very useful. Gotta work around your items. Yeah, there goes the mini pot. It's not gonna be much use after that. Good full combo from Johnny there. Throws him into the mini Faust. Faust has full meter here. Can he do much of a follow-up? Oh no! What was he trying to do there? Oh! He backed away and did force break door. That might have killed him. He didn't even have a mini meter. He couldn't have done much for faultless. Maybe one faultless defend. But so much easier while you're watching the game to say, man, why didn't they do this? It's like, they're thinking a mile a minute of what their next thing's gonna be. They're gonna make mistakes. Good 6K. That one doesn't keep him in the corner. Usually Reis is really good about keeping good lockdown in the air. You're afraid to attack. Second time he went for the punch button on that one. Something to keep in mind. Reis also went for kick both times. Or guessing which one's going to be the escape one. Another point here for Reis. One more and he takes the whole tournament. Gee, it's a song.
Heaven or hell? Duo. Let's rock.
Good hack and slash attempt there. We got a meteors incoming. Gotta be aware of those items. Good blocks on Dyne's side. That jump H, I think it's 5 frames or something like that. It's insane. Recovers so much distance in the screen and it's so fast. I feel like Faust just controls the air. You're doing anti-air versus... Yeah, see, look at that. You do anti-air versus Faust, he's going to get you that with that poke. Ooh. He didn't go for throw, otherwise he would have had like a whiff on an option select. He would have been too close for it, or too fast for it. So, you can throw people on their wake up after 6 frames of their wake up. So there is some throw protection, but if you know that exact amount, you can kind of wait it out and then make them guess. Point here for Johnny. This is going to be tournament point here for Reis. Good combo, drops the end of it there. Sometimes Faust is pretty tough to do combos against. This may be it at the end. Oh, he's going for a reset. What do you think this is? Skull Rolls? There we go. TK and Senga gonna seal the deal here for this tournament. Wing or Reis ends up winning the whole tournament. Let me go ahead and put the last amount on this bracket here so you can kind of see what it looks like. So, what we have here, 3 for Reis. As a reminder for this one, if you're looking at the whole bracket, let's take a good look at it here. Take a good look at it here. Mike Z ended up getting DQ'd. He didn't show up that night, and you know, in all fairness, he's in crunch time for his job. He's working on Visible. Check that game out. Looks pretty cool. So we had Dyne get the auto win, but that's okay. Dyne's probably would have gotten that spot anyway. Dyne beat JMZ. Bang beat Red Witch. Fifi beat Midi. Numakie beat Dyer. Dyer's a really good Eno player. Definitely worth paying attention to. Windyman beat Mech. Then in round 2, we have Dyne getting his bye against Mike. Fifi beating Bang, which was a pretty good match. Numakie versus Reis. Reis ended up winning. CFG versus Windyman. And then for round 3, this is gonna be top 8, so I'll skip that for now. Had Red Witch versus Midi. Midi ended up beating Red Witch. Windyman beat JMZ. Numakie beat Midi 2-1. Bang beat Dyer 2-1. Just to go show how strong Dyer is as a Eno player. Pretty good Eno player around here. Slash Gordon's a bit better, but Slash Gordon's been super busy with work. Otherwise, he'd be showing up to a lot more here. In top 8, we had Dyne, Fifi, Reis, and ClassicFightingGamer in winner's side. Windyman, Numakie, Bang, and Mech in loser's side. For the first fights, Dyne and Fifi. Dyne ended up winning against Fifi. Reis ended up beating CFG. Numakie beats Windyman, and Bang beats Mech. And the losers after that, we had Fifi beating Numakie, then CFG beating Bang, just barely. In top 4, we had Dyne, Reis, Fifi, and ClassicFightingGamer. Reis beat Dyne 3-1. CFG beat Fifi 2-1. And then for the losers finals, we had Dyne beating CFG 3-1. And then Dyne going back against Reis in grand finals, losing 3-0. So that's it for the brackets here tonight, guys. I'm going to be calling it a night. I got more editing and things like that to take care of. I'll be putting this up on my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know where my YouTube is, it's very simple. Just look up ClassicFightingGamer. You'll find it. I'll put it in the chat here so you can take a look at it there too. That's the link. I also have an archive channel. Archive channel is for just like a dump of videos. So if you want like that strong 5-hour upload that I've got, I'll be putting in the archive channel. I usually put like a top 8 stream or something like that in the main channel. Also, don't forget to join our Discord. We help so many players out. I just want this game to do well because I love this game so much. So we have tons of people there as resources trying to help you out, help you help you learn the game. And we work on the wiki. We come up with like local events. I help organize those. I help publish those. We prepare for majors. What's coming up now is Evo 2019. That's going to shape up to be really good. The signups are not up yet, but I will post all that on my Twitter and on the Discord and all over the place. So yeah, so we'll see you guys around. I am going to be doing one of these streams again on Tuesday. I'm going to be doing my arcade mode, which is me trying to beat AI on arcade mode of fighting games. And it's usually a nightmare. It's usually just an absolute shit show. Lately I've been playing Art of Fighting 2, so we'll see how that goes. Wednesday is likely when I'll be doing this next stream. It depends on if we're doing the Vape Lounge over at Nostalgic's place or not. And I'll be doing my RPG streams every now and then as well. Kind of off schedule at the moment just because I'm trying to catch up from everything from Combo Breaker. I've got so much on my plate. So we'll kind of get things back in order. I'm probably going to be doing RPGs every Sunday. These commentary streams are probably going to happen every Thursday. And then I'll do a classic fighting game on Wednesdays if I have time on those. Usually those are like Third Strike or CVS2 or some other kind of game, maybe Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. On Tuesdays, I switch between Smash Brothers and arcade mode. So keep in mind with all that stuff, I'll go ahead and see you guys around. Have a good one. I will be editing tonight, and I'm just talking with after this kind of stuff on the Discord. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.